Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 11. I just want to talk about something today because I believe it's time for us to begin to fly again. We've been grounded too long. Come on, I think some of you are getting new wings today. Come on, I think some of you are getting new wings. Maybe that's what's happening to me. I just feel like I'm getting some new wings and I'm ready to fly. Anybody in here just ready to fly again? I wish I could take you through the whole teaching that I did a couple of weeks ago, but I'm just going to zero in on some things. I got a feeling that what the Lord is teaching me and showing me is probably going to turn into maybe a short book or something. We'll see how all of that goes, but I know there's something powerful that's behind it. But I think what's happening here is God can use the illustration between eagles and the covenant relationship to let me know where I'm at in life, to bring a little bit of understanding of why I'm going through this and what I'm dealing with. So Deuteronomy 32 and verse 11 says this: as an eagle stirs up its nest, hovers over its young, spreading out its wings, taking them up and carrying them on its wings. Even Moses knew something about eagles, didn't he? Because if you understand about eagles, what happens is, I shared with you, they go into the high places, into the tallest of trees, and into the highest places, into the mountains, and up on the solid rocks, and they build these huge and gigantic nests, and some of them weigh anywhere between 2 and 4 tons. And when they build these things, they get the thorns, and they just begin to build this out of thorns and real prickly things, if you will, and they put it all together, and it's huge, and they have all the thorns that are sticking outwardly, but they're also pointed inwardly as well. And most of those are for a protection agent that begins to happen. So if anything tries to creep in and destroy anything, it's designed to help hold them back. But they also get, whether it's the moss and soft grass and different things, and they layer the inside of the nest so that it becomes just an absolute fine top quality Serta mattress, so that with memory foam that you can lay down and sleep like a king. Yeah? And so they put all of this in there. And so they're getting ready for something to be birthed now. And so that there's some new eaglets that could come. And as time goes on, the female does lay the eggs. And all of a sudden now then they have the responsibility for these new eaglets to, now they have to keep them fed. And they'll go out and bring them fresh food and fresh meat. And they're taking care of them and they're raising them the whole time. And they're bringing them up for a period of times, but there comes time that you got to learn how to fly. You can't stay in that. So one of the things that begins to happen here in this verse is it talks about when the time comes to enter into a new season into your life, this eagle will take her talons and begin to throw all of the soft stuff out of the nest. She'll get on the inside and just begin to break it up. And all of a sudden then, she'll get over it and she'll take her wings, which can be anywhere from 7 to 9 feet wingspan, and she'll stand on the edge of that nest and she'll start flapping her wings as hard as she can, and it's blowing everything that's in the nest out of it. In other words, what I'm trying to say, you can always tell that when you're in a move of God, because things will start being pulled out of your life and things will start being blown out of your life. And this eagle says, it's time now for a whole new dimension. So, in other words, when you get ready to go into a new season, all of your comfort places is going to be disrupted. Because now then, this little eaglet is in there, and all these thorns and everything that's in that nest is just making it too uncomfortable to stay there, when God is really calling me to step into a new season and learn some things about me that I haven't learned before. Have you ever noticed that when you get ready to go into a new place with God, things don't always get easier? Sometimes they get a little more uncomfortable at first. Come on, am I talking to anybody? And I don't understand it, because I've been in this nest for a long time. Why do I got to leave now? But I feel like the Lord is disrupting comfort zones. Ain't nothing changed. The nest still looks the same. It ain't nothing going on. Everything looks the same outside the nest. But the change is not happening in the surroundings. The change is happening in you. Isn't that true? And so we talk about the wind of the Holy Spirit coming. Well, what happens when he starts to blow the discomfort, or the comfort out of your life, so that things don't become more comfortable, but they become less comfortable? And that's what happens. She starts fanning. And this little baby eaglet is in here. All he knows is this one thing. It's all he's ever been a part of. Just one nest. He's trying to make a permanent dwelling out of something that was just a temporary stop in his life. Come on, y'all didn't catch that. Don't ever try to turn a permanent dwelling in a place in your life that was just designed to be a temporary place.